When gunfire attacks took down 2 electric substations in North Carolina in 2022, 45,000 people were left without power, and 1 woman using an oxygen tank died. Just this past February, investigators released a picture of a van seen on surveillance camera near the scene of the crime, but there are still no arrests. And that led us to investigate the safety of the power grid here in Tennessee. Airports, hospitals, shopping malls, gas pumps, and schools. Just some of the things that could suddenly shut down in a power grid failure. How secure is the power grid? What safety mechanisms are in place to protect us here in Tennessee if it fails? We traveled to different parts of the state to get some answers, starting here in Nashville. At Tennessee Emergency Management Headquarters, we went behind the scenes inside the Emergency Operations Center. Today it's quiet, but no one knows what tomorrow might bring. This is where officials go when an emergency is activated.
So we try to be prudent.
Director Patrick Sheehan says, like the North Carolina substation attack, his office and law enforcement encourage you to speak up if you see something unusual.
Anytime something seems suspicious, don't worry about over-reporting. So if you see something or you hear something that's suspicious, if you're out for a walk or driving and you see some damage to a substation, let that utility provider know. Let local law enforcement know.
The goal, to protect the grid, which Sheehan says takes all utility companies working together.
Very close to our offices here at TEMA is the Tennessee Electric Cooperative Association. So the cooperatives work together. TVA works with all of their customers and their utility providers to try to make sure that they're communicating in real time the impacts on usage and the grid, and if they're experiencing problems, so that they can be responsive together.
Often bad weather is the culprit. Remember Tennessee's rolling blackouts during Winter Storm Elliott in December 2022.
We have plans in place, and when unusual situations arise, then we're going to work to protect the grid and make the discomfort and inconvenience as minimal as possible.
Still, they were the worst power outages in Tennessee Valley Authority's 90-year history. TVA invested more than $120 million in 2023 to prepare for future cold weather in grid reliability updates, warming technology, and equipment upgrades. But the biggest concern by far, cybersecurity attacks. TVA is the largest federal energy utility in the country. It's a huge target.
We get attacked from a cyber standpoint about 1 million times a day.
1 million cyber threats a day.
This is where we control.
We traveled to Chattanooga to meet up with Aaron Melda, TVA Senior Vice President of Transmission and Power Supply. He showed us TVA's Security Operations Center, or SOC, which keeps track of 17,000 miles of wires throughout a 7-state region and 500 substations. Most of those 1 million cyber attacks a day, Melda says, are low-level pings that aren't a threat, but 10% get elevated, meaning TVA needs to take action. Melda says that has not led to any power loss, but who makes up that 10%?
It's everything from got a computer, I want to see what I can do. Like literally not really intending to threaten anything, all the way to, some of the big nations that we know are threats to the U.S. that are deliberately trying to see what they can do.
Inside the SOC, staff can pinpoint problems even in your neighborhood 24/7. The question we wanted an answer to is simply, are we safe?
I would say we are safe. What I would tell you is there are more threats than ever, but we continue to evolve as those threats evolve. We continue to build higher fences, more locks, more controls. Of course, we have an advantage at TVA. We have a police division that's able to help us with that. And also the advancement of technology, just like you go into a Walmart now, you're on video the whole time. You come near any of our facilities, you're on video.
What is your takeaway? What can you do? Well, again, report any unusual activity or damage at your neighborhood substation. Electric companies say always be prepared, too, for short-term outages. Know where your flashlights are. Make sure they have batteries and have a special emergency kit, including water and enough non-perishable food, they say, to last 3 days.